What is up, gang? Thank you so much for checking out Sledgehammer TV tonight. It is Thursday night, March the 8th, 2018, and it is time to bring the hammer down on this weekend's upcoming WWE Fastlane pay-per-view, and we are going to do that right here and right now on the newest, fastest rising podcast in all of YouTube, baby! The Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. So, let's do it.
Sledgehammer Wrestling Show.
Alright, wrestling fans, check this shit out, man. You're seeing it. It's for real, it's live, and it is available now. Only until WrestleMania week concludes. You can get yours at teespring.com, the first official Sledgehammer Club t-shirt for our fans. Get your hands on one while the getting is good before it is gone, because once it's gone, it is not coming back. So get your hands on it before it becomes a collector's item. Get yours today, teespring.com/sledgehammer-club, or just simply click the link in the description down below. And what's up, wrestling fans? Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Nick Nightmare. You are watching the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show's official Fastlane preview for this edition of 2018's most useless and unimportant pay-per-view that there has ever been. Ever been. Of course, along with me, as always, is my buddy Blue, the Snowball Microphone. And while we're talking about introductions and names, we've been asking you guys about naming this hammer, right? And we got a lot of really good suggestions. Most of you people were going with the Triple H kind of theme, but we don't want to really go all in on a Triple H sort of thing. He is my inspiration. He is one of my biggest, most favorite characters, but this hammer represents a lot more than that. This hammer is so powerful, and it just brings something out in me when I'm holding it, especially when we're talking about the WWE, you guys. So, before we get into Fastlane, allow me to introduce you guys to Thor. And maybe that's not the most original name for a hammer, but you guys need to understand that when we bring the hammer down on the WWE and their bullshit, we do so with the fury of the hammer of Thor. And when I do such a thing, the thunder of my vengeance will be felt throughout the internet like the gust of 1,000 winds. And we hold nothing back, and we bring everything, including our brains, which is the most important thing. When they make me feel like a stupid idiot, as Chris Jericho would say, it's time to bring the hammer down. And that's why you guys are here. Because you know, we pull no punches, we swing hard, we swing strong, and we strike back when they strike us where it hurts the most, which is where it's supposed to make sense. I am fired up because I am excited about what's going on here on the channel this weekend. We got a lot of great stuff going on. We are launching the t-shirt, as you guys seen. Buy the shirt! You guys need it to be part of this club. It's a must-have. It's an essential. Get yours today. It's going to be fucking amazing. And I want you guys to remember, when you do get yours, to tweet me or send it to me via social media, however you can get it to us, Facebook, Instagram, share it in the comments section, however you can get this picture to me, and I promise you will be featured in an episode right here on YouTube, right here on Sledgehammer TV. We will have a subscriber special dedicated to you guys. Your beautiful faces will be on this screen. Promise you guys that. Going to be some really cool background music that I might just compose myself. It's going to be amazing, but it's not going to be good unless I get a lot of pictures from you guys. I already know a few of you guys that got some. Make sure the rest of you guys join on as well and get your gear and show your loyalty and your pride to this show right now. Now, enough of selling my shit. I'm sorry. I'm not used to doing that. We don't usually hawk shit on this show. It's the first time I'm doing such a thing, and I know you guys are here to watch the Fastlane and talk about this fucking Fastlane preview that's making everybody absolutely sick to my stomach. I'm so excited and I am so over the moon about everything we're doing that I'm not going to allow Fastlane to bring us down. Alright, we're trying to rise up, and the WWE wants to keep knocking us down like this, but that's why we got Thor right here. This show is a show of champions. We got the World Heavyweight Champion of Microphones, we got the God of Thunder, bringing the wrath of the gods, and we got the legend himself, Nick Nightmare, and we have you guys, my amazing crew, coming on along for the ride. Let's get this shit started. Enough of the fun for today, because we got a very, very busy weekend, and we want to get through everything right now. First of all, like we said at the start of the show, this is the most unimportant pay-per-view ever. I don't know why they don't just fucking call it Speed Bump. Because the Fastlane to WrestleMania, they invented this pay-per-view's name just to pretty much sell that tagline. They want to be able to say, we're on the Fastlane to WrestleMania. Where honestly, if you want to talk about history, I honestly enjoyed No Way Out. I thought No Way Out was a much better lead-in name, because by the time you got there, everybody's WrestleMania matches were already set, and there was no way out. There was no way of escaping your destiny, which was going to be concluded at WrestleMania following No Way Out. Think about when No Way Out had the New World Order show up. You know, that was the essential launch point of that whole year's WrestleMania. It was absolutely fantastic. I liked that name for a pay-per-view as far as it pertained to leading up into WrestleMania. Essentially, what they should do altogether is make the Elimination Chamber a match again and not a pay-per-view. Have this pay-per-view, Fastlane, name it something else, hold your Elimination Chamber, set WrestleMania after this pay-per-view, and then let 6 weeks to WrestleMania just build and build and build and allow it to feel special once again. But no, we are getting the Speed Bump this Sunday. That would have been a great little thing to put up over here. I didn't think about it sooner. Speed Bump! That's the name of this fucking pay-per-view. And why are we calling it that? Well, look at this match card. Let's get started with the match card. Let's pull up the match card screen. We're going to go with the very first match, which was just announced a few days ago, and it's a match that none of us should give two shits about. There's absolutely nothing behind this match. Let's hit the screen right now. Here you go, everybody. Match number 1. We got Becky Lynch and Naomi teaming up against Natalya and Carmella. For what reason? I have no idea why. Because they're being catty in the back. Because they're getting at each other on social media? I don't know. I don't care. Do you? I really don't. Does it matter who wins? No. All 4 of these girls are talking shit about going to WrestleMania and wrestling for the SmackDown Women's Championship. The SmackDown Women's Championship is being pretty much held in the air right now as far as what's going on with it, because we don't know what Asuka's going to do just yet, do we? No. So all this bickering of who's going to fight Charlotte is going to essentially be for nothing. Unless they have some other fuckery in mind and they're going to totally screw everything up by making Charlotte actually fight one of these girls instead of having the best match you could possibly have for the women to conclude this year's wrestling year. Does it matter who wins? No. I absolutely believe that Becky Lynch and Naomi will get the win here based off of the fact that they're the good girls and they're going to go over against the bad girls. And what does it matter? Carmella, does she matter? Does her Money in the Bank contract even count anymore? Hasn't she had it so long that it has expired essentially at this point? Why do you care about this match? Tell me, if you give a shit about this match outside of maybe seeing what kind of ears this one's going to wear and maybe how this one's going to glow, maybe what special color she's going to glow in this week, and to see what cool goggles Becky's wearing, and to see if Carmella has the bank in her hands, the Money in the Bank in her hands, what other reason is there to watch? I know Naomi has been given some of the best performances of the year. These girls are all tremendous athletes, but this story behind this match, there is none. So the meaning behind it is missing. So there's nothing to care about. Are there WrestleMania implications? No. It's just a random tag team match to get more girls on the card, which is okay, I guess. And at least it's not a fatal 4-way for nothing. But this is just a crowd warmer, a filler in between 2 big matches. Expect this maybe to be placed right in between the 2 bigger matches on the card if it doesn't kick off the show. We don't even know if there's going to be a kickoff match. This might be the one. And I wouldn't blame them for doing so, because there's nothing at all to this match. Unless you're absolutely invested in seeing any one of these 4 women, and these are one of your 4 favorite superstars, you have no reason at all to watch this match. On the other hand, this match, and let's blow this up a little bit just because this is his spotlight right here. That looks a little bit better. Happy Rusev Day, everybody, but Speed Bump on Sunday will not be a happy Rusev Day. What part of common sense would make you think that the person who is going to the main event of WrestleMania to challenge for the WWE Championship is going to lose to somebody who the WWE can obviously give 2 shits about? Rusev Day has gotten over on its own. Rusev Day has gotten over in spite of the WWE's best wishes, and they have no choice but to feature it in some way. But to feature it against Shinsuke Nakamura, not that it's not going to be a good match. I absolutely have faith in Rusev to pull off a fantastic match with Shinsuke Nakamura in this scenario. But again, there's nothing behind this besides juvenile insults and Shinsuke Nakamura beating up Aiden English to the point where his neck was hurt. Who cares? He's going to face AJ Styles at WrestleMania, and you want to risk him possibly getting injured and screwing up your WrestleMania card in a useless match with a guy who's going to take a loss in this scenario, which shouldn't be losing right now. Rusev should be winning. He should be being put over. He could be put in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and win, and then maybe get a decent push following that. But I think because of Rusev Day and him throwing a wrench in the plans and him making the crowd be very much anti-everything else when it's not Rusev Day, is still getting him heat, and he's just going to be laying to the mat, counting the lights in the rafters, because there's no other reason. If the opposite happens, not that I wouldn't want to see Rusev get a win in any scenario, but this is Shinsuke Nakamura. Like I said, he's going to the main event of WrestleMania. Why would you make him lose? I don't care what the situation is, whether he cheats, if Aiden English gets involved, Lana's a distraction. There is no excusing a loss by Shinsuke, even against Rusev Day in this scenario. Shinsuke Nakamura is going to win this match. If the WWE even has half a brain. And sometimes they don't even have that. So it'll be interesting to see how this match turns out. But I'm going with Shinsuke all the way. The next match on the card. Now, the involvement of Jinder Mahal throughout this build, or lack thereof, to Fastlane makes it even more questionable now that he is not part of this match, and he just beat Randy Orton this past Tuesday on the Go Home show. He didn't get inserted into the match, at least not as of this recording, as I've done extensive research trying to find out, but everywhere I look, it says that this is still just Randy Orton versus Bobby Roode. So what is the point of Jinder Mahal's involvement? Most likely to get involved and screw Bobby Roode out of his United States Championship. The only reason to do this would be to try to make the United States Championship match at WrestleMania seem like a bigger deal just because it's around the waist of Randy Orton instead of Bobby Roode. Now, what have we said about both of these men on this show for the last few weeks? Both of these men are natural heels. Both of these men are being booked as garbage baby faces. As absolute vomit-inducing, baby-kissing, handshaking, bullshit good guys. That's not these men. Neither of these men are that character. Both of these men thrive doing the exact opposite of those things. So now not only is neither one of them a heel in this scenario, we got 2 baby faces going at it for the United States Championship. Randy's only reason for doing it is, hey, I got nothing else going on, and I've never had it before. I don't give a shit who's holding it, so it's not about any investment I have with Bobby Roode. I'm not threatened by Bobby Roode. There's nothing special about Bobby Roode. I just want that belt because I never had it before, and I need to complete my trophy case at home. Essentially making Bobby Roode look like nothing. Just like the WWE has made him look like nothing since his arrival to the main roster. After that first time we heard and seen him come out to the glorious theme, it's essentially been the same shit every single time. And we're all tired of it. And making this move by putting it on Randy Orton at speed bump is exactly that, because you're just putting it on babyface A and exchanging it for babyface B. Why you don't think Bobby Roode would have the drawing power to have people interested in the United States Championship match? First of all, that's nobody's fault but their own, but that's inaccurate. Bobby Roode has got a huge fan following. He's got loyal fans that will definitely be in attendance at WrestleMania, and you are going to have him come in now as the challenger, losing just 4 weeks before to Randy Orton, even though it's because of some outside interference to try to make it seem logical. There is nothing logical about it. Just leave it on Roode, get it to Mania, make him successfully defend it, and then get him away from the likes of Jinder Mahal and get him away from Randy Orton and turn his ass heel, and you let him go. The list of opponents for him opens up tenfold if he's a bad guy with that United States Championship on his shoulders. He could take on guys like Ty Dillinger, guys that have been floating around the mid-card that need something to do. Start breaking up some of these useless teams you got going on. Maybe make Dolph Ziggler do something more important and challenge a heel Bobby Roode. Maybe try to get the fans on Dolph Ziggler's side again. I don't know, but the possibilities are much greater with Bobby Roode as a heel. The same can be said for Randy Orton, but Randy Orton's like way up here, right? And the United States Championship's like kind of down there. Know what I'm saying? So none of this, in essence, makes sense. Why Randy wouldn't be trying to get his hands on the WWE Heavyweight Championship instead of the likes of John Cena coming over here. You know, that's how unimportant this whole show is. That the guy that was inserted as the special attraction for the main event to make it a six-pack challenge didn't even deem it necessary to show up on SmackDown Live for the go-home show. And we got Randy Orton sitting here, who's a member of the SmackDown Live crew all year long, in a useless match with Bobby Roode. This essentially should be Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal. Let Roode go over on Mahal and then be done with the whole thing. That's best case scenario. But no, this is what we're getting. And expect Randy Orton to come out on top thanks to a major part to be played by Jinder Mahal. And remember, you heard it right here first. Let's get to the next match. Match number 4. Oh, let's tone down Rusev Day, because as much as the New Day, I'm sure, are supporters of Rusev Day, I'm sure Kofi Kingston would like to be seen in this picture right here. Alright, so in what is probably the best match on the card, although we have seen it a bunch of times, the last promo that took place between these two 2 weeks ago on SmackDown Live, not on the Go Home show, but on the show before the Go Home show. They were not featured at all outside of a promo package on the Go Home show. Another very big mistake by the WWE, not letting the biggest match that you have going on, the best rivalry you've got going on, be totally a non-entity on the last SmackDown Live. Big strike right there. But this match has the potential to be the match of the night. This is probably, we can only hope, I mean, we've said this before, but this is probably going to be the last time we see these two go at it for the championships. My hope is that it stays on the shoulders of the Usos, because they have, as we have said, almost probably making you guys sick to your stomachs hearing me say it, they are the best that the WWE has. I understand the value of the New Day, and I understand that they are viable. It would not be that bad for the Usos to lose to a team like the New Day. But we're on the road to WrestleMania. Why speed bump their championship reign with the tag team titles to give it to the New Day for no reason? So that the New Day can go to WrestleMania and challenge the Bludgeon Brothers? Where the Bludgeon Brothers have clearly had their sights set on the Usos for the last few weeks. I actually expected the WWE to have them involved in this match somehow. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't come out and destroy the match, and we have no winner. And maybe we get that triple threat tag team matchup at WrestleMania for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. I would not be opposed to that whatsoever, because what have we not seen yet out of these teams? We've pretty much seen everything they've got to offer us, especially as it comes to being opponents. Why not have the Bludgeon Brothers come out in the middle of this whole thing, take my gig, steal my gimmick, bash everybody's friggin' heads in with their gigantic hammers, and then we have the match set for WrestleMania. You got 4 weeks left to build it on SmackDown Live. It'll be great. Let's do that. That's what I would do. But I have a strange feeling for some reason that the WWE is going to make the New Day win, and I don't know why. But I don't believe in it strong enough to make that my official prediction. I say that the Usos come out still as the champions, but my prediction is the Bludgeon Brothers get involved and fuck up this whole entire match, and saving us from any ridiculousness that the WWE could try to pull with these WWE Tag Team Championships. Coming down to the 2 final matches on the card, the 2 main events. This one I have absolutely no interest in, and it has nothing to do with Charlotte Flair and her robotic tones or anything like that. It has everything to do with the fact that Ruby Riott, since she has come up, though she is very good on the mic, and of the 3 that have come up, she is the best of the girls in the Riott Squad, which is obviously why they coined her the leader. Now, that being said, let's stop being nice, because this match is useless. There is no chance. That's what she's got. It's not gonna happen. Ruby Riott is not going to get a win over Charlotte Flair while Charlotte Flair is on the road to WrestleMania. We, again, don't know what Charlotte's fate has in store for her on the grand stage in New Orleans just a few weeks from now. We have no idea what is truly in store. And do you know why that is? That's because we're having this stupid speed bump pay-per-view. If this pay-per-view didn't exist, we would already know where Asuka's challenge is going to be, where Charlotte's headed, where everything else is going, but we had to have this in the way. An unnecessary stop along the road to WrestleMania. Unbelievable. Charlotte Flair is going to win this match. There's nothing more that can be said. You know the Riott Squad is going to get involved. If they end up giving Charlotte the win by disqualification, I would not be surprised, because they should not be involved. I would be much happier if we already knew going in that they were banned from ringside or something like that, because I think that these girls could have a great match. Ruby Riott's not really that bad in the ring. Just like I'm saying about Mandy Rose on the other side. She's not the greatest, alright? But if you took her out of Crap Solution, Mandy Rose, she wouldn't be that bad. Now, if you put her with somebody like Goldust, like we've said, or even just leave her on her own to do her own thing, it would probably be much better for her overall package and be more beneficial for her character building skills than to just be second or third fiddle to 2 other girls. The same can be said for Ruby Riott. If she was brought in just as Ruby Riott, without 2 little mockingbirds next to her, Girl Braun and wannabe Alexa, it's nothing. It's giving her nothing more. It's actually taking away from Ruby Riott. She would have been stronger on her own. And this match would have been better built. It would have actually probably felt like a threat against Charlotte. But it doesn't. It feels like more nonsense. More bullshit. Charlotte Flair is going to win. And on the road to WrestleMania, we will finally be with her. How many times have I said road to WrestleMania during this broadcast? If anybody can hit me back with that number, let me know. Just be an interesting little game you could do. I don't have a prize or anything, but just, a little fan interaction. Thought it would be fun. Somebody want to do that, because we are, in fact, on the road to WrestleMania. So, God knows how many times I probably already said it. If it's getting on your nerves, I apologize. Let's get past this match and go to the main event and wrap up this preview and prediction show. Look at this mess! Huh? Look at this hot mess. What is this match? You know what this match is? This is what we've seen on last week's SmackDown Live. Minus the big green thing right here. Alright, now like I said, he didn't even deem it necessary to show up on SmackDown Live this past week as we are going home towards the Fastlane pay-per-view. He had no problem showing up 2 weeks ago to stick his nose into this match, but now apparently He's got better things to do. He's going to be on Raw wrestling Gold Dust. That's a better use of his time than to actually be on SmackDown, where he came to, what was the whole point? To drive the ticket sales and to bump the SmackDown rating, right? Where was John Cena? Did you see him? That's his whole thing, right? Maybe he was there, but you can't see me. Get the fuck out of here. What is that? Hammer down on John Cena. Bastard. How dare you not show up for this show? And if it's not his fault and they had nothing for him, then why is he in this fucking match, huh? The rest of this field speaks for itself. The champ is the champ. Of course he's going to be in this match. When this was essentially a triple threat match and all we had was Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. If this match remained that way, and then we seen what we seen this Tuesday on SmackDown Live, where Sami turned on Kevin Owens in the last minute and stole that fatal 5-way match, this would be much more interesting. But now, you have Mr. Irrelevant over here. Mr. I'm going to walk away and come back and give you some bullshit reason and then be inserted into the world title contest after I was the U.S. title, but I don't care enough about it I don't understand. I don't care about him being in this match at all. I don't think many of us do. It's heavily rumored that the WWE was thinking about swerving us all and giving it to Ziggler. That he maybe had it put in as part of his contract. I don't believe that shit at all. And if that happens, God, is this hammer gonna hit hard on Sunday night following this fucking show. This disaster of a show already. Because it's so unnecessary. Did I present to you anything thus far that seemed necessary outside of possibly the tag team championships? This is the most unnecessary of them all. Especially since we seen it just 2 nights ago. Baron Corbin being involved in this match. Pretty much out of the blue. Why? Here's a man that lost the Money in the Bank, cashed it in and lost, and then lost at every turn with the United States Championship. So we're just giving losers shots at the WWE Championship now? And let alone we got 1, we got 2. We got 2 losers, bookending a pretty decent 4 in the middle. But John Cena's involvement is unnecessary. Everybody and their mom knows where his road to WrestleMania is rumored to be going. He's only here to try to bump a rating and boost ticket sales, and you had probably 1,000,001 other places on the SmackDown Live card you could have put him that would have been much more interesting. Maybe against Shinsuke Nakamura, instead of sacrificing Rusev. Why not have Rusev in this challenge instead of John Cena? Make it a little bit more interesting. Flip-flop their positions on the card. Have John Cena versus Shinsuke Nakamura with his WrestleMania hopes on the line. And then you have Shinsuke Nakamura knock his friggin' face off. And then he goes back to Raw with his tail between his legs. And we can't see him on SmackDown anymore. That would be great. That would have been a much better use of the talent. Because Rusev's not going to win. John Cena's not going to win this match. So if Rusev was there, what are you essentially changing? Nothing except the reaction of the crowd when Rusev comes out. The reaction of the crowd when maybe he almost wins on a couple of occasions. Rusev Day is a real thing. It's tangible. You could feel it. You could taste it in the arena when you're there. But this is what we got. If anybody, I don't give a shit. If anybody outside of the champ wins this match, if AJ Styles does not retain, then God, is the WWE in worse shape than we ever thought. If they are going to proverbially give us the dessert that we want, a match that we're all craving, salivating, just absolutely anticipating with every ounce of our well-being, and then take it away with such a small amount of time to go. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the backlash from the fans? There will be backlash here. There will be no holding Thor back, and the thunder will rain down. Maybe harder than ever before. I might just even pop a damn blood vessel. Live on camera, who knows? Because that would be the single most self-sabotaging, most egomaniacal booking maneuver that Vince McMahon could ever pull. And I don't want to see that happen. So, especially given that this past Tuesday, AJ Styles did not win that match. He did not lose. He wasn't in the pinfall. He was not counted in the decision. Kevin Owens ate the pinfall to Sami Zayn, giving Sami Zayn the win. AJ did not win, but AJ did not lose. But by the fact that he did not win, means that he probably will, as he should, win this Sunday at Speed Bump. And that's it, you guys. That's the whole entire card, up and down. What could they possibly pull out of their ass to surprise us with? What could they throw up as a pre-show? And throw up is the appropriate phrase, because that's exactly what it'll be, no matter what it is. What are we going to get? Gable and Benjamin versus Fandango and Breezy there? Yeah, who cares? Who cares? This whole pay-per-view should be washed away. It shouldn't be happening at all. But it is. And that's why we're here tonight, bringing you our preview and predictions and everything that's going to happen. Now you heard it. I'm on the record. There it is. Out for the world to see. That's what we think is going down this Sunday at Fastlane. Make sure you guys check out our review following the show Sunday night. We will be here. I know you guys will be here as well. Thank you so much for being with us tonight for this preview. Do not forget to smash that thumbs up if you enjoyed this show, if you love Thor, if you love Blue, if you love my little sign. You can do whatever reason you want. Just smash that thumbs up. Let the world, and me most especially, know that you are enjoying everything we are bringing to you right here on the newest, fastest rising podcast in all of YouTube, baby. The Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. Do not forget to become a member of the Sledgehammer Club today by hitting that subscribe button. Join the family. Come along and be part of the Sledgehammer Club. And then once you do that, don't forget to go and grab your official Sledgehammer Wrestling Show gear at teespring.com. Thank you guys so much for indulging every little bit of salesmanship that I threw in your face today. And most importantly, thank you so much for being with us each and every time you are here. I love you guys so much. This show is everything to me, and without you guys, there is no show, so you guys mean everything to me. Thank you guys. I could never thank you enough for being a part of this tremendous, tremendous show that brings me and you endless amounts of happiness and endless amounts of thunder as we bring the hammer down on the world of professional wrestling. My name is Nick Nightmare. This is Thor, the God of Thunder, and this is Blue, the Snowball Microphone, the World Heavyweight Champion of Microphones. Thank you so much. That is going to do it, and we are out of here, and we will see you next time right here on a show of gods, champions, and legends, the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. And we will see you Sunday night to review this piece of trash right here on Sledgehammer TV. Thank you so much. Have a good night.